Welcome to my review of Paperboy for the NES. And this one took me around 1 hour 15 minutes to beat. And it's actually a pretty solid game. As far as, this is ported from the arcade version, and I would say that it controls a lot better than the arcade original and the Genesis port and some of the other versions that I played. And, the Game Boy version does have similar control to this one. It's pretty much like identical to this, except the screen is so zoomed in, the perspective, that it's hard to see shit in front of you. So that's definitely a lot worse than this version. But I actually think this is probably one of the better ports of the game. Even though, because I think it controls the best out of the different versions that I tried so far. But it is a pretty simple game, which is actually a good thing. I like the arcade style of it, but I think it could definitely be executed better, but I like the concept of it more than the game itself. This was one I used to rent when I was younger, so it was cool to finally beat this one, and I will post a link to my tutorial in the description. I did a tutorial on how to beat it, broke it down, exactly what you need to do and exactly how it works, so that there's no questions about what you actually need to do. So basically you have, yellow, blue, and white houses, and those tend to be your subscribers that you have to deliver your newspapers to. So you want to try to at least hit the line in front of the door or the mailbox. Land the newspaper in the mailbox on your subscribers to maintain them so that you still have them. As far as the non-subscribers, you can get extra points for breaking the non-subscribers' windows and shit like that. Now, if you deliver to a non-subscriber, one of my viewers pointed out that if you deliver to them, you can make them into a subscriber as well. So that's actually useful to know. Though I didn't do that in my playthrough. I had a very simple, straightforward method just to, merely complete the game. So if you get a perfect run and deliver to all your subscribers, you'll also gain an extra subscriber. So that's another thing you can do. But the objective basically is to just try to get points by delivering to your subscribers, converting the non-subscribers to subscribers, and you can get some extra points in the training course at the end of the round, but of course you can just commit suicide on that part immediately and save yourself some time if you're just trying to beat the game, which I said I explained like the shortest way I found to just simply beat the game and put it on the kill list that I created where I list all the games that I beat. And I try to fill that out. So I'm just looking for efficient methods, just to get it over with. So that's really it to this game. You have to survive 7 days. So you start off on Monday and it ends on Sunday. So you have 3 lives basically, and you can't earn any 1-ups from points or anything. So you're stuck with the 3 lives that you have. There's no continues. And here I just show the training course at the end of the last day. I just did it just to show it in the tutorial, though it's completely unnecessary. But if you hit the targets and things like that, you get extra points, and that's really all there is to the game. I mean, you have to avoid the obstacles, and you can really exploit a lot of the game by riding on the edge of the sidewalk. If you go on the outer edge and kind of stay in that zone and kind of minimize your dodging, you can exploit that. So it makes it kind of a overly simple game in a lot of ways, but of course, it could be pretty challenging if you're trying to play for score and things like that, which could be kind of entertaining to do. But even with the better controls of this port, I still think that the game, it doesn't have the best controls, and you don't have a lot of area to move because you pretty much are stuck to the sidewalks most of the time. If you go in the street, you pretty much die very quickly. So there's really not much room that you can move. I think the game would be better if it had some more movement area and things like that. But I would say that it's a mediocre game. I'd give it a 5 out of 10. I wouldn't say it's a bad game. I think it's kind of mediocre to decent. I kind of liked it, but I don't think it's a great game by any means. And yeah, this was my first review in a while. I haven't done them in a while, but the channel's been getting a little bit more traction, so I figured I'd put some of them out there. I may throw up a few reviews and see how they respond. Let me know if you have any questions, and thanks for watching.